Namaskaram and welcome to Conversations with Murali Krishna. Welcome, Sri.
Namaste to Murli and his followers.
Thank you. Welcome, Rakesh Anandbakshi to this special discussion about some of the things that are not palatable to people who have ethics and moral values. So, first of all, I would like to ask you a question before we start conversation about ethics and moral values. Where do you draw the line between inspiration and plagiarism and taking credit for someone else's work? For example, we have so many of Hindi film producers, directors taking directly inspiration, or we call it scene by scene, from Hollywood films without giving credit to them and making films here, like Sleeping with the Enemy, Agni Pariksha, or many. There are so many that came to my mind immediately. But if you see in 50s, 60s, most of the Hilltown romances were directly imported. They were just copied frame to frame, of course, with few songs differently from Elvis Presley or something like that. And we have certain producers like Karan Johar who took permission to use that pretty lady, pretty woman song. And now these days, so many of the youngsters, maybe through lack of inspiration or lack of talent, are just taking old songs, rehashing them into new songs as if they are their own, or giving credit to them just like an eyewash and taking the entire credit. Recently, we have in Durandar, they have used Nata Karwan ki Talash hai. Okay, of course, the Charanams were different. And we have a problem now where the original author is credited along with the somebody who has added a few lines. Is it proper?
So it is being done, and it has been done many times with other lyricists also. If you go on YouTube, you go on various platforms, you will see that the credits are absolutely wrongly credited. For example, if you take this current example of Mr. Anandbakshi's song, Saat Samundar Paar Mein Tere Piche Piche Aa Gayi, what they have done carelessly, I won't say intentionally or carelessly, I do not know, because I'm not privy to their decision making. But what came across to me, and I didn't notice it. It was brought to my notice by somebody that check out the credits, they seem to be completely wrong. So when I saw the credits, I saw that it was written there, lyrics, Anand Bakshi and Karan,
Whoever it may be.
whoever it may be. And in this particular case, the lyricist who has been given the credit as co-lyricist with Anand Bakshi is the singer, the composer, and the writer.
Oh,
3 in 1. And he has taken credit as composer, he has taken credit as singer, and he has taken credit as co-lyricist. Now, carelessly or very cleverly, what they have done, I won't say he has done it because it is not in his hand. It is in the producer's hand. It is in the publisher. The publisher and the producer are responsible for giving the data to the platform company for uploading.
Mhm.
So, either intentionally or carelessly, with no respect for the dignity of the original work, they have mentioned, see, what they have done proper is they have mentioned original score, music score Viju Shah, and music by Karan whatever.
Okay.
That is fine. What they have done for Anand Bakshi is lyricist, Anand Bakshi and Karan whatever.
That's wrong. Entirely
Absolutely.
wrong.
It's like so funny that somebody, a song written 50, 40 years, 30 years, 40 years ago, a lyricist who passed away 25 years ago. How can you be a co-lyricist with him? He passed away 25 years back. The film released 35 years ago. You are lately born. You're not even perhaps born when this song was written. How can you be the co-lyricist? I mean, where are your brains? Or where is your sense of dignity for others? Where is the sense of respect for others' original work? And even if the company did it, even if the publisher did it, even if the producer did it out of carelessness or lack of knowledge.
No, you cannot say lack of knowledge.
What were you doing?
I mean, when your song was
uploaded, did you not see that? You will definitely see your credits or not?
You cannot say lack of knowledge because already For music composer, they have given the original music composer credit. Does it reflect that there is somewhere along the line people of industry do not
Disrespect
value?
for the lyricist.
Yes, this is what I have been trying to drive at.
Yeah.
There have been
Absolute
lyricists.
disregard and disrespect for the lyricist. And then, so I got very curious. So, first of all, it's wrong to be credited as a co lyricist.
Hmm,
Then I went and checked the song,
hmm,
properly. I went and read line to line, and realized that this singer, composer, writer, Karan, whatever,
hmm.
he has written two
What
lines,
what did he add?
two lines,
Hmm,
one, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
hmm,
numericals,
hmm,
two lines.
hmm, hmm.
He added two lines,
Hmm.
and he has been given the credit of co-lyricist in a song of 100
Previous
lines.
singers. Yes.
In a song of 100 lines, 50 lines, 20 lines, you add two lines
Hmm.
and you become co-lyricist.
But
So,
did he bring the
I think it
song?
was the beginning. It was like a beginning of a trend where you add two lines
Hmm.
to 1,000 lines or 100 lines,
And become a
or even
co-author.
10 lines. Even 10 lines. You
Hmm.
can't add two lines to 10 lines and claim or be credited by somebody else as co-lyricist. That was my only point. And the people who understood this point immediately, instantly were Saregama.
Hmm.
And within 48 hours, I think 3 days, 2, 3 days, they made the change on YouTube.
Hmm.
But sadly, if you go on Spotify, I have not gone to any other platform. If you go on Spotify, then he is credited as the lyricist with Anand Bakshi, though the word co-lyricist is not written. But because this is even the lack of the foreign platforms who are now very well based in India. There are offices in India. They have Indian employees working for them. Even they don't bother, because even they have credited the song in Spotify lyricist Anand Bakshi and Karan whatever.
Even that has to
It's
be
not
changed.
proper. So even the platform has to now get sensitized and start making one more level of
Hmm.
one more sub level lyricist or original lyricist and additional lyrics or lyrics, whatever.
Hmm.
So that change that has not happened on YouTube. Saragama has made this change, and I'm sure the producers will make the change when the film releases and the credits come on screen. If they have any brains,
But
if they
did
have dignity for the work of others, they will do that. The same thing with Saragama immediately has done, and the Saragama responded to me within 5 minutes of
but
my message. 5 minutes.
did
It
you
was
reach out to
so professional.
Javed Akhtar, who fights for the rights of lyricists?
No, I don't want to reach out to anybody, because I think Anand Bakshi's name is big enough to be reached out, and that's exactly what happened. Because if you see, multiple media channels covered this issue, and though I only spoke to one, they called me up, and I spoke only to one. But the next day there were multiple people who had taken that story and taken it forward.
Hmm.
They had taken screenshots from my Instagram account also, and posted it. Okay, this is what I had posted. That this is my complaint.
Hmm.
My opinion and complaint both. And so I mean, so I also contacted the composer, singer, and and Cole and and writer Karan whatever. I
Hmm.
messaged him and he apologized to me. And I told him that I like the song. A lot of people have hated the song. A lot of people don't like the fact that they slowed the tune down. They slowed down the pace. They changed the lyrics. But I didn't mind it. For me, I like the song the way it is slowed down, because because they slowed the song down, I was able to, for the first time in 30, 35, 40 years, able to really read the lyrics and equate it to my own spiritual journey, which
Yes.
I sang about also later.
Hmm.
And I also liked his singing.
Hmm.
But I did not like the two lines he added, because if you hear the two lines he's added, by themselves they sound great. If
Hmm.
I narrate it to you, you'll say, "Arey, wah, 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 kya baat hai, superb."
Do you
But
remember?
if you hear it in continuity to the lyrics of
Hmm.
the song,
Hmm.
it's a mismatch.
Yes.
There is something missing. Uh, but I guess the new generation doesn't know the film. They have not heard probably they have not heard the entire song. So then they would not even know and bother.
And probably
I
they
mean,
would
I don't
not
know how
even
much
comprehend the
comprehend. Yeah,
intricate lyrics, the meaning, the
yeah.
philosophical meaning.
So it is like you take you take Amul milk.
Mm.
and you mix in it, you know, some milk from somewhere else,
Mm.
and then you start calling yourself as a co-manufacturer of Amul milk.
Mm.
You know, you get a cow at home and she gives milk, and you mix your milk with Amul milk, and you say that Amul milk is, I have co-produced Amul milk. It's
Mm.
not, your cow is sacred, and your cow is great, and your cow's milk is great. But you can't add your cow to Amul milk and say this my milk is, I am a co-manufacturer of Amul milk. You
Mm.
know, that's what they have done.
No, earlier too, some of the great lyricists also have done this. Like तेरी आंखों के सिवा दुनिया में रखा क्या है. Majru Sultanpuri has written it, but the initial one is from Faiz Ahmad Faiz, and we have Patta Patta Bhuta Bhuta Hal Hamara Jane Hai. Again, they have taken the permission of the original poet, and
Even
Gulzar ji.
Anand Bakshi, he used two, two or four lines from a poem by D.N. Madhok,
Hmm.
and he went to his house, took his permission, and then wrote that song. You
Hmm.
know, so, I think those days have perhaps gone, where people found it obligatory to seek the permission of the copyright owners and take the permission, because I think Rajiv Rai also has filed a case against them that
Hmm.
they don't have the permission to remix that song. So that is another issue by itself, and that is a major issue. That's a huge issue. You know, my
Yes.
issue is still very, my issue is as big, but it's not as big as what
No,
Rajiv
your
Rai's
issue
issue is
is
that the
your
complete
issue.
song has been done without any permission.
Your
That
issue
is
is
his
biggest.
claim.
Your issue is the biggest. Producer must be claiming the copyright, but you are claiming the copyright for intelligence. He has written the lyrics.
Yeah, for the intellectual property.
Yes,
I think you're right, because I think my issue is much bigger.
it's
Uh,
bigger.
that
And
because you're
and
taking
now
away, you're
here I have.
diluting the name, the work of somebody, and giving the credit to a writer who has added two lines to a work of 100 lines, or 10 lines also. Even if it later just six lines, even if you add two lines to six lines, you're not the co-author, co-lyricist. And they don't understand the meaning of co-lyricist. Co-lyricist में आपने साथ में बैठ के काम किया हो तो.
Like Neeraj and Hasra
Lakshmikant
Jaipuri.
Paralal, Shankar Jayakishan, they are co-music composers.
Neeraj and Hasra Jaipuri also written co-lyricists for some films.
That's a co-lyricist, you know.
Yes.
Somebody passed away 25 years ago. The work was done 40 years ago. You cannot become a co-lyricist on a property that you were not even born when it was created.
Can we call it ghost writing?
I don't know. Not, I don't know what writing. I don't know what to call it, but
But what is
so
this trend of?
shallow, so shallow. And maybe they are shallow. I do not know. Maybe they are selfish. I do not know. Maybe they are careless. I do not know. But when they gave the credit to Biju Shah correctly, why did they not give the credit to the lyricist correctly? I think it was intentional that अरे हमने तो इसमें साथ में हमने तो इसमें दो लाइन ऐड की हैं, तो why should we give him the same respect as Biju Shah, you know? So I don't know. I, it's laughable, yeah. You know,
It's
actually I
not
never got
laughable.
angry.
It's
You know,
not
I never
about.
got angry. Even when the journalist called me and spoke, I was laughing and I was saying, where are
No,
the brains?
it's not a laughing matter. It's a lamentable matter
Yeah,
because.
but you know, I was not a better angry. Mine was that, yeah, क्या कर रहे हो आप लोग? You know, where is your
But
common sense? Where is
what
your wisdom? And where is your dignity and respect for the work, original work?
but what is this trend of utilizing old songs and
Because old
remixing them?
songs give you an instant recall. Because as today's youngster, you have heard these songs. Either your dad has played them, or your elder brother sister must have played them, or your dada dadi nana nani are hearing them. So it is there in your subconscious. So when it comes in a new film, you immediately have a recall value. So you immediately go and want to hear this because you've heard it in the house. You know, either playing on a caravan, or playing on radio, or playing on TV, or through your dad and mom, or your dada dadi nana nani, or grandfather, you know, I mean, grandparents. So for the producer and director, it's like, okay, we can put the song and we can instantly get the young generation to latch onto our video, our promotion.
Hmm. Hmm.
And even in the movies, like I saw Thurandar, and they have done such a good job of taking the period songs, you know, retro songs, and they have added them as per the decade in that film. You know, that film has a decade of 70s and 80s. So they have put that 70s, 80s ka song in that decade in that film. So such intelligently done work, editing. And they've used the song so well. So that is, I have no complaint, because I feel it's such a good job done, you know. They have used the retro songs in such a nice way in telling a story, you know. That's great work Aditya Dar and his team has done.
Mm. But
So
what is
they
the
have also used
solution?
old songs, but they have given that immense respect to the in the credits.
But what is the solution to this kind of problems? Because you are available and you are able to make a
See,
fight out of it.
when we break a traffic signal, we pay 100 rupees.
Mm.
Why do we pay 100 rupees? Or when you do no parking, you do 1,000 rupees. Why is it 1,000 rupees? Why are you meant to pay money? What is the reason?
Mm.
Tell me.
So to frighten you out of paying extra or
Ah,
as a punishment.
to frighten you out of not doing it again.
So I think royalty should be 90% to Anand Bakshi and 10% to the
No,
two
no,
line
no.
adder.
See, royalty. So another journalist called me and she asked me about the royalty issue. I said, listen, don't even bring the topic up because that is not the issue here.
Maybe that is a punishment
That is
deterrent
not the
for
issue
others.
here. The royalty issue is a separate issue.
Mm.
Let's talk about the credit because the issue is the credit. The
Mm.
royalty is not my prerogative. I have IPRS to fight for us. I
Mm.
have the producer and the publisher to fight for us.
Mm.
Put it aside. Let's not differ from this topic.
Mm.
That royalty is not going anywhere.
But that may be a deterrent. When you say 90% to the original lyricist, 90% to the original music director, then maybe they'll try to create something on their own instead of.
If you have this as if you talk about having a larger share to the original work, then yes, that
Yes,
might be a deterrent. But we don't even want it to be a deterrent
it should
because
be.
it is. I'll tell you, it should not be a remixing, recreation, uh, uh, mechanical rights. It's the part of our lives. Is the credit that you should share properly because you know what will happen, it will be very complicated कि आपने 2 लाइन ऐड किया तो कितना होना चाहिए रॉयल्टी शेयरिंग, अगर आपने 6 लाइन ऐड किया तो कितना होना चाहिए, so don't get into that. We are not selling tomatoes, we are not buying and selling tomatoes and onions, right?
But when they
So that
made
is
an
okay,
old,
50-50, fine, chalo. The issue is that,
no, when they made an old song into a commodity, a saleable asset, so why not settle it in a ratio?
well, I guess more intelligent people than me should be into having this discussion about sharing a royalty. But royalty goes nowhere. It has always been paid. It gets paid to the composer, the publisher, the producer, and the lyricist. So there's no issue about that. The issue is that show some respect for someone's original work.
So we can end this discussion with a
Sure, sure.
proverb or a maxim like when you cannot do something great, please attach yourself to something great.
Why quote a colonial maxim? Let's quote something from our own Sanskriti.
Our own Sanskriti never encouraged or thought of plagiarism or utilizing someone as your own. We are very morally, ethically, we are on a high pedestal. So we cannot think of
Well
such.
said, well said. So we'll have to think of a Western coke,
This
Western
is a Western attitude. This is a Western
Marxism.
attitude, copying from someone. Or because when they took Ramayana also, they put their own into it, and again they acknowledged Valmiki. They never said it is my creation. So we'll leave it at that. But let us
Yeah.
end this with saying that when you appropriate somebody's intellectual property, you should even these monetary gains are also should be apportioned. So thank you
Yes,
very
yeah.
much for taking your
Thank
time
you.
out and participating in this
Namaste.
short discussion. Thank you very much.
Jai
Please, if
Hind.
you have liked this program, please subscribe and like the channel and also leave a comment here for encouragement. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.